You ever walk into a room so fancy it feels like the air itself costs money? That's the Velvet Crown, New York's priciest restaurant, where billionaires sip wine worth more than my rent and make deals that could tank a small country. I'm Lena Harper, and for 2 years, I was a ghost in that place, a waitress sliding through the shadows of crystal chandeliers and velvet chairs, pouring water before anyone noticed their glass was empty. Nobody saw me, not really. Just a black woman in a crisp uniform, smiling just enough to keep the tips coming, keeping my dreams locked away in a beat-up copy of Das Kapital stashed in my locker. I wasn't always here. I grew up in Philly, daughter of a schoolteacher mom and a German engineer dad who'd read Goethe to me over dinner and argue trade policies till midnight. I studied economics in Munich, aced my classes, started a PhD on how clean energy could lift communities out of poverty. But 3 years ago, everything fell apart. My dad's company, Soltech, had a breakthrough, a solar panel cheap enough to power villages, durable enough to last decades. Then Victor Kane swooped in. Big shot investor, head of Kane Ventures, with a smile like a shark and a knack for sniffing out dreams he could crush. His team, led by this smarmy guy, Nate Collins, ran a playbook called Eclipse, leaked fake reports about Soltech's tech failing, spooked the investors, forced a fire sale. My dad signed the papers under pressure, had a heart attack a week later. I left Munich, came home to care for him, and took the job at the Velvet Crown to pay the bills. Every night, I'd ride the subway home, staring at the city lights, wondering if I'd ever get out of this cage. Then one night, Victor Kane walked in. It was 8:15, the room humming with quiet power, and there he was, strutting to the VIP table with Nate trailing like a loyal dog. They sat, ordered a $5,000 bottle of Bordeaux like it was soda, and started talking, in German, figuring no one would understand. I set down their breadbasket, kept my face blank, but my ears caught every word. Eclipse was clean, Victor said, smirking. Old man Harper ate up our story, text shaky, 5 years max. Nate laughed, adding, the guy's daughter probably thinks it's her tip money keeping him alive. My blood boiled, but my hands stayed steady, pouring their wine like I was deaf. Inside, I was screaming. They were joking about the deal that broke my dad, broke my family, like it was a game. I could have stayed quiet, kept my head down like always. But something snapped. When I brought their steaks, perfectly seared, not a drop of sauce out of place, I didn't step back. I looked Victor dead in the eye and in crisp, Munich-polished German, said, Herr Kane, there's a problem. You see, your grammar's off. It's Dissonanlicht, not Dissonanlicht. If you're going to mock someone's life in my language, at least get it right. The table froze. Nate choked on his wine, face red as the Bordeaux. Victor's jaw tightened, but I wasn't done. Still in German, I said, I'm Lena Harper, daughter of Dr. Jonas Harper. You remember Eclipse, don't you? The lies, the fake reports, the heart attack you caused. The room went silent, forks pausing midair. Victor switched to English, snarling, You're out of line, sweetheart. I didn't flinch. No, you are. That Bordeaux? One bottle could cover a month of my dad's meds. Think about that. Before he could fire me, my boss, Marcus Reed, stepped in, silver-haired, sharp as a blade. Mr. Kane, in my house, we don't disrespect my staff. Maybe you should go. The crowd murmured, a few clapped softly, and Victor stormed out, Nate scurrying behind. I slipped into the kitchen, legs shaking, tears I hadn't cried in months spilling over. Marcus put a hand on my shoulder. You're not alone, Lena, he said. That night, a reporter named Claire Vaughn was there, working another story. She caught the whole thing, and by morning, her piece in the City Pulse was everywhere. Billionaire busted by Waitress in German takedown. The story exploded. Social media lit up with Velvet Crown Waitress, and Kane Ventures scrambled, tossing out a weak apology and cutting Nate loose like he was yesterday's news. But the real shift came when Sarah Lynn, CEO of Horizon Works, emailed me. She'd known my dad, admired his solar tech, and wanted me to lead their ethical tech fund, not as a poster child, but for my brain, my ideas. I took the job, not just for me, but for him. We built the Harper Solar Trust, bought back Dad's patents from a crumbling Kane Ventures, and set it up so nonprofits could use the tech for free, municipalities for cheap, with open manuals and local training. We launched pilots, one in a storm-hit Jersey town, another in a Ghanaian village. Kids drank clean water from solar-powered pumps. Technicians like Kwame and Aisha learned to maintain them, and I saw my dad's dream come alive again. Now, here's the thing. A month later, I went back to the Velvet Crown, not as a waitress, but as a guest. Marcus saved me the corner table, and my server, a young woman named Zoe, had that same nervous spark I once did. I left her a big tip and a note. Your breath steadies your hands. You've got this. As I walked out, past that marble statue I used to wonder about, I realized I wasn't invisible anymore. I'd built something, not just a trust, but a system to keep tech like my dad safe from guys like Victor. Claire's still writing, digging into Kane's shady deals. Victor stepped down, maybe for good. And me? I'm still building, still locking systems in place so no one else's dream gets stolen. So what would you do? If you heard someone trash your life's work, would you speak up, risk it all, or stay quiet? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear what you'd do in my shoes. And if this hit you, share it. Let's get more folks talking about standing up, building something real, and keeping the good stuff flowing.